welcome to a special episode of the Poke Lounge Creator Spotlight. This episode, we're going to be featuring Kantokid. Kantokid is an amazing content creator. He is versed in so many aspects of the community in Pokemon, Funkos, NFTs, and so much more. Everybody, please welcome Kantokid.
How's everybody doing?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I appreciate you guys bringing me on. A little bit about myself, Kantokid151. My dad was an entrepreneur, so it was back in the day, things of that manner. I collected Pokemon cards as a kid. My pops was when I got over it around like sixth, seventh grade. This was like the '90s when Gen 1 was all coming out. I was like, hey, I want to sell my binder. I want to get rid of it. And he was like, no, you're not selling it. And then when COVID hit and everything happened with the pandemic, we saw a surge in cards. So that's when I made my entry. I was getting really bored. I was like, hey, let's download TikTok. I thought it was just a silly app. And then I got connected with some great people like you and Jamie.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I know you're passionate about many things, Pokemon, Funko Pops, um, and and so much more. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're currently doing right now?
Yeah, I'm more into the digital collectibles, the NFT market, which stands for non-fungible token. It's just basically these non-fungible tokens are coming out as collectibles and art right now. It's just a different layer of the web, which is now called Web 3. So it's just
Okay.
a faster, more secure way to trade online. Just like a medium of exchange is the best way I could put it.
So what exactly is an NFT? Like you said, it was a what was it?
Not it stands for non-fungible token. They're
So,
also known as smart contracts.
okay, so what are they used for? You said they're like collectibles.
Right now, we're seeing it in like the collectible and art realm. Pretty soon, we'll be seeing it like, if we wanted to make this video an NFT and have people purchase it via a, a blockchain. The most popular blockchain right now that it's used on is Ethereum. We have also Solana, and there's different layers on Ethereum. Um, right now, we're mostly seeing it again like collectibles, art, that type, but it will go mainstream into other things like your tax papers may be done like that. Collectibles like graded cards, we can, PSA or BGS might have a blockchain because that stored data uh, doesn't lie, and nobody can go in there and manipulate or kind of sway it this way or that way, as we've seen with some collectibles with fakes coming out and things of that manner. So it kind of secures it in that sense.
So it can't be replicated. They can't be counterfeited.
That's the hope behind it, is that like if you have a physical collectible under the blockchain or under a smart contract, you can see
Mhm.
the ownership and you can verify that it is 100% authentic. Um, Now, with that being said, it definitely is you know a booming market, right? So there's a lot of money going into it, and there's a lot of projects coming out. I'm just trying to stay towards the projects of artists that are already are well known and they have like a lot of backing behind it, right? So that's just kind of my step right now.
Cool. So I have a question because for us that don't know about NFTs and everything, we hear about NFTs, we kind of get an idea of what they are. Like you said, you just kind of explained to us what it is. Can you tell us how do you go by purchasing an NFT?
Yeah, there's different platforms, right? Just like eBay's king for collectibles. Right now it's OpenSea. OpenSea is
Hmm.
a big platform. There's also Rarible. Nifty Gateway was big before OpenSea came out, but Nifty Gateway allows you to purchase with credit card or US dollars, which makes it easier for a newcomer to come in. So I would suggest Nifty Gateway if you're just looking to purchase something and just kind of get your feet wet. OpenSea requires Ethereum, so it runs off the Ethereum mainnet or Ethereum blockchain. So you would have to purchase cryptocurrency and also get a digital wallet. The most popular wallet right now is MetaMask. It's just known by everybody. Um, Now thinking about it and going back to like the original question of like what is an NFT? We're kind of millennials. We grew up where we would steal our music, Napster, BitTorrent,
Mm-hmm.
LimeWire. So now what an NFT does is it gives ownership, and it also allows that the artist or the musician to cut out the producers or the middleman, right? So there was one NFT, I forget the artist's name. He released the album or the song for $1 each, and then they're reselling those songs or that NFT as a song for like $50,000. So it
Wow.
makes more sense like in the music industry and the video industry. But again, right now we're just seeing it in collectibles and stuff, and then pretty soon we'll see musicians push it more and things of that manner. NFTs and photography right now is really big, and then generative art, just like the moving type of art is really hot right now. Um, the main places to kind of get what's called the alpha on these is like Discord and Twitter. That's where most of the NFT news and frontline stuff comes. So if you're looking into like understanding more about how to create an NFT, you just start, joining Discords, or you start getting on Twitter and kind of engaging with these communities. And just kind of like the Pokemon community, there's a lot of helping hands.
Mm-hmm.
I was just on a Twitter Spaces today, and they had Budweiser on, and Budweiser did one, and they were saying that this NFT might give you access to a free beer and a hot dog when you go to a game that they're sponsoring,
Mm.
or you might get
That's cool.
certain seats at certain stadiums, and that would be like the Budweiser NFT seats. So that is one use is in real world or in real life kind of settings. Another thing is like one that I own right now by Refik Anadol. He's a renowned artist. He's already known for his art. So by owning the digital collectible or the digital art, I'm also gonna get a physical version of it, which is pretty cool. I could see, Pokemon. I could see TCGs doing this. Just kind of like we value our skins in certain games, or our, in Pokemon Go, our shiny Pokemon at that account. Um, so it's just kind of giving a little bit more ownership that if you do want to sell that Pokemon as an NFT, or if you want to sell that skin and get rid of it, you can ultimately do that. They are trying to push gaming currently. I just read by Altcoin Daily yesterday that GameStop pushed $47 million into Immutable X and also Ethereum. Immutable X is on a layer of Ethereum, so it's just a gas free version. So, Gary V's Book Games is ran on Immutable X, and that's one of the most popular NFT projects out right now. And yeah, it's just, I feel like it's still the beginning. There's a lot of volatility, there's a lot of skepticism, there's a lot of bad apples out there doing, phishing scams and fake projects. But we were having these issues in Web 2 as well. A lot of these kids, younger generation, weren't around for the Web2.com boom, so they don't know. But we were stealing from artists ourselves, right? How bad is it to steal somebody's music? How bad is it to steal
Yeah.
somebody's art? Web 2 people were just giving it away to hope getting a network. And now we're putting the keys in the owner's hands or in the artist's hands, whether it's a musician, whether it's a video content creator. My first investment in crypto was in 2017. And I always understood what Ethereum did, but now seeing it actually, in use, and the markets opening up and people actually buying smart contracts, selling smart contracts, it's only a matter of time before your marriage license is on a smart contract, or you buy a house on a smart contract, because that proof of paperwork will live forever on the blockchain. It's not you can't take it off, or you can't manipulate it. So that's the big part. These guys who are
Mm-hmm.
scamming people, you can track them. They're not going to run away. You can track them and see where that money moves at all times. So
What is a reason why people should start investing or looking into purchasing some NFTs?
Wow, that's a great question. It's I think the same reasoning behind collecting anything is you stand behind the artist and you like what you're collecting. You know, I was very fortunate to come in a little early and make some money to help me. Um, I there's always that seller's remorse for me when I let go of something, but right now it's just like, find a piece of art that you like, and or maybe a piece of music or video, and that's ultimately, I would say, a good reason to step in. And ultimately, you have ownership. Being an early adopter and things of that manner. I see some projects reward early adopters by what's called airdropping them bonus NFTs, and people will sell that airdrop and then ultimately have a free NFT and some extra cheddar in their bank account because of that. That's a very popular mechanism that is uh, that is run on NFT projects right now. Now,
And,
do you guys own any NFTs?
nope. So I haven't purchased any, but I was fortunate enough to be gifted one by my good friend, Mr. Kantokid. Um,
Oh,
so thank you so
special.
much for that. Right?
Y-
We
Yeah,
go way back.
absolutely, absolutely, bro.
So I
You
really
know,
appreciate that.
yeah, and you had such a big heart when I came into the boat community, so gifting you that was definitely a no-brainer for me. And when it comes down, like that NFT that you have is called Rare Shoe, and for example, I was actually airdropped another pair of shoes from that creator. So it's a really cool one. If you want to show it off here and throw it on the screen, it has a little uh, Game Boy in the back, some Mario's, and then it has the shoe there as well. Shout out to Rare Shoe.
Here's the NFT that I was gifted. It's really cool. I love purple. I love green. You could see that the undersole is lime green. You got the purple, and then you got the Game Boy, the little Mario and stuff. So it's just so awesome. Thank you so much for that, man. Um, it means a lot to me. So thank you so
You're
much.
very
I
welcome,
do
brother.
I do have a question. We hear a lot about gas fees. What is a gas fee?
Yeah, so that's why Ethereum is not so popular for some people because other networks like Solana, like Matic, don't have gas fees. Ethereum is has gas fees, which is unfortunate. It's measured in something called GUI, and if you wanna, it's like dollars to pennies, right? ETH is the dollar, and then the GUI is the pennies. And depending on how many people are on that network, can drive the gas fees up. So let's say we have a brand new drop. Pokemon came out with an NFT. Everybody in the Poketalk is gonna get it, and it is on the Ethereum network. So that's gonna drive gas fees up. The purpose of it is to make it more secure, but they've realized that it's not allowing a lot of small players to enter the space, and they're kind of forced to go to these other blockchains which aren't as credible in my eyes, right? ETH is king. I'm an ETH maxi. So it's supposed to make it more secure, but they are coming out with ETH 2.0. They're staking, people are staking their ETH so they can have enough liquidity so the market doesn't crash. And basically, the the gas fees go to the miners, right? Just to not overcomplicate it because it is a pretty complicated topic. It sounds simple sometimes, but when I'm explaining it, I'm just like, wow, I feel like I'm speaking a different language sometimes. But um, basically, right now, the gas fees are going to the miners. And then once ETH 2.0 comes out, those gas fees are going to be burned. And I think that's going to really drive up the prices of the Ethereum price.
So essentially, the gas fee is a form of tax.
Yeah, to the miners, right? Just like a payout to the miners, and then it also makes from what my best understanding is, it makes the network more secure by having a fee. which
Okay.
other blockchains have proven that they can do it without gas fees. So I think ETH 2.0 which is the next move and should be coming out this year. And I think we'll have more mainstream adoption once there aren't those fees, because it could be as little as $20 up to like $200, and that is crazy. Some projects like Adidas came out with an NFT, and people had failed transactions, and when you have a failed transaction, you still have a gas fee. They paid back all those people because they have your Ethereum address, which is a unique, um, did it's a unique number and digits. So on their purchase, they can know, and then they reimbursed everybody. And most major projects or big, projects like that will pay back the people who had failed transactions. And they don't have to, but to keep the community happy, and the guys who didn't really win, they're doing that.
Interesting.
So with oh Jesus, I'm sorry. You had a question, Jamie?
No, go ahead. You're good.
Okay. Question I wanted to ask was, okay. So hold on. So with NFTs, would you recommend like the average Joe to go and invest? Should he be doing this just for, collectibles sake? And if so, like how much does the average person need just to get started to purchase an NFT or own a few NFTs and so forth?
Yeah, the best way to get started, I would say, is download MetaMask, and then probably $300. I would not mint a project over zero point zero 0.08 to like 0.16 Ethereum, which averages around to $300, to $300 to mint the project. And what minting means is this: you're bringing this live on the blockchain. So it just means like once I minted that rare shoe that you had, that means it was live on the blockchain. So now it lives on that chain. And where was I going with this? Uh, to
How
to
much it
ultimately
costs?
get to ultimately get into projects where you're minting, you have to get whitelisted, right? So to whitelist up in a project, you're joining their Discord, you're being active, you're on their Twitters. They have, silly things like Twitter Rage, where Elon Musk has a post, and then you go tell Elon why you should join this new project, and they might choose you, and then you get in early on a project. For example, one project I did mint for point zero 0.08 Ethereum. I just flipped the other day, or sold for 0.777 Ethereum. So that project ultimately cost me $250 to enter, and then I just cashed out about $3,000. So yes, so there is money to
Jeez.
be made. I know some self-made millionaires out there, and just trying to, stay in the now, and also just get into projects that you kind of know are what they call blue chip, right? So a blue chip project means there's good founders behind it that aren't going to rug pull you, and the community is strong. There's the network is strong, and things of that manner. So another one that I just recently sold, that I bought for $100, no nothing. I sold for 1,600, and like almost $1,700. So
Wow.
it's for me, it's life changing money. That's a lot of money for me, because I don't make that, in a month. So that's why I've always been into investing in things of that manner. Going back to my pops, you know, he was into the collectible game, and I would always see him buy, sell, trade in high school and elementary school and all that stuff. I remember asking him like, hey, at school they're asking me what's your job? Like, what do I tell people you do for a living? He's like, oh, you tell them I'm a liquidation broker. And this was before entrepreneur was like in the lexicon, before entrepreneur was a thing. My heritage, I'm Middle Eastern, so coming from that culture, there's no like, Walmart or Target and 9 to 5 jobs. Like, you're out on the street, you're hustling. You have, this guy's the fish guy, this guy's the watch guy. So when my dad came over here, it was, yeah, it was treading in light water. And he definitely programmed me to be the way I am. So um, he was early on eBay. He was one of the first eBay members in 1997. I remember him telling me he regrets not buying their stocks because they were only a quarter for their early adopters, right? Just like
Wow.
kind of early adopters here. They're like, hey, you're one of our first eBay members. You could buy our stocks for 25 cents, you know. But my dad in those days were like, oh, stocks are gambling. And you know what? Every type of investment is a risk. You can look at it as a risk. You can look at it as an investment. You can look at it as a collectible. But the one thing I've learned from these guys up top is like never take shame or never be guilty in like taking profits. If you need that money and you see it going up to an X amount, just take it. You know that NFT I sold for like 0.777 went up to almost 1 Ethereum, and I was like telling my lady, I was like, no, I could have had X amount more, and she's like, you always do this. You had money. I'm like, you're right. You're right. I should just be happy with it,
Mm-hmm.
and I am. I mean,
It could have went the other way.
Title for anything.
Oh.
I know you guys are
heard
big Funko collectors, right? Have you guys heard
Mm-hmm.
of the Wax blockchain at all?
Uh-uh.
So Wax is actually by Funko, right? And you can mint digital Funkos on there. And let's say you did get like a secret rare or an ultra rare, you can trade that Funko in for the actual physical one. So that's something
Wow.
that if you guys want to look into, my buddy SSJ Poke Collector, got to shout out my local buddy, put me onto that, and I had no clue that they had that. The VV, there's a VEVE app, and that's mostly like Disney, Marvel stuff. I have a few of their digital collectibles. Those are more, I see those more as like a collectible. I'm not gonna leverage those to sell. I love, like, that's how I collect Funko. I just see it as like something that I want, and I'm not trying to
Mm-hmm.
sell.
That's
Some
how
of
I
these I
am.
do. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm the same way, bro. I love your collection. I can see it in the back there. What's your rarest Funko?
I have I have a couple. So my rarest one, I have the original Han Solo from the first Star Wars line.
Wow.
Hmm. And it's actually in a box. It's not even on my shelf. It's in a box, boxed away. I don't touch it. My other one, I have the original Superman Funko Pop.
Now,
Yeah.
I know this question. What are they worth? Like, what are they valued at today?
My Han Solo one is actually, I'll pull the app up. Hold on. I think last time I looked, it was about like 230.
Wow.
Yeah, and
From a,
then my
from
Superman one, I think
$10.
was like, yeah. My cousin actually bought me the Superman one for $20.
Nice.
So yeah, let me see. Let me pull it up here. My collection. Oh, okay, they actually went up. So my Han Solo is worth $350, and my
Wow.
Superman is worth $210.
Very nice.
Wow.
Yep. So those are my two rarest ones. Actually, you guys watch Avatar, right? Like
Oh
the
yeah.
Airbender.
Oh
You know
yeah,
the
all the
cabbage,
Yeah.
time.
the Cabbage Man. I got that pop for free. Okay, my friend worked at GameStop, and they penny things out, and that pop wasn't selling at that particular store for some reason, so he just gave it to me. It's worth almost $100 now.
Well,
Yeah, I always tell people if you see a pop that you want, get it because you won't see it again. So
hmm.
that's my tip for pops.
Yeah, that recently happened to me when I saw a Hot Topic exclusive Ariel. It was like a diamond one. It
Yeah.
really spoke to me because my sister was a big Disney fan. Ariel was her favorite, or Little Mermaid was her favorite Disney. And I bought one with the intention of just holding it, and then I was like, man, I feel like those are gonna be pretty big. I want to go back and get one. Gone. I can't even find one anywhere. I'm just like, no.
I did the same thing. I saw them at Hot Topic. It was actually the day James had bought all the Power Ranger ones. Okay, so the original, like, whenever they came out with the 25th anniversary of the Power Rangers, know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah.
original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So I got every single one. I got, the Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, Pink Ranger,
You
Yellow, Black, and White Ranger. I bought them all each for $5. You know how much the White Ranger is worth by itself?
Dang.
60
How much?
bucks.
Okay.
I paid 30 for the whole set.
Dang.
So I got a good deal. That's what I'm talking about. Whenever you see them, get them.
What were they,
Now,
Hot Topic exclusives or?
No, they were just kind of anywhere, but they sold like
Okay.
hotcakes. You couldn't get them. I bought the Green Ranger whenever it first came out. That was my first pop I ever bought, was the Green
Wow.
Ranger. And yeah, so I was gonna go back and get the rest of them because like I wasn't like big into it. I saw the Green Ranger and I was like, oh my God, I have to get this because I love the Power Rangers whenever I was a kid. So I grabbed it and I was like, I should have gotten all of them because they had all of them there. And I mean, they were like $10 each, and I was single living by myself. I didn't have any responsibilities, so I was just like, I should just buy them all. I went back and they were gone. I kicked myself. I couldn't believe it. So 350 pops later, I bought the whole set for $5 each. So I guess it worked out. I don't
that's
know.
awesome.
Yeah.
Your like go-to hunts. I know you mentioned Power Rangers, Star Wars.
So I kind of get a little bit of everything. My main ones that if I see them out, I have to get them. Um, Batman. I have every single one of the Dark Knights except for
Ooh.
the Drowned. I don't have that one. It just came out. I have the whole set. I love the Batman pops. There's so many of them. Um, Pokemon pops, obviously. I have to get all of
Yeet.
those. Yeah. Venom is a set that I love to collect. I have a lot of those ones. I love Venom. Then I just have kind of like random ones. Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super. I like collecting those ones. That's one of my favorite like animes like growing up. So I have a whole bunch of those. I have ad icons. I have the Pillsbury Doughboy. I have the Big Boy, um, stuff like that. And then my wife, I got her into it. She didn't collect them before she got with me. Like she learned about Funko Pops when we got together, and she likes to collect Groot. So we have like so many Groot Pops. So I'm missing like a few, but you know,
Well, let's bring Gerald into the stream as well.
Hey
Hey,
guys, how's
Gerald.
it going?
what's up, Gerald?
All
Hey.
right.
Yo.
So I hear y'all talking about some Funkos.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. What have y'all picked up lately?
My
Our
last
friends.
Funko that I picked up
Again.
was this that Ariel, the Diamond Ariel Hot Topic exclusive. Nothing too crazy. And then before that, during the pandemic, when everything was like cooling down, we went up to Funko Hollywood, and that's when I got a mass amount of my Funkos. I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of getting everything I liked, and I kind of went a little too crazy. What about you? What was your last Funko that you picked up?
Well, I actually picked up the Batman, the Drowned. But speaking of the Hollywood, did you build one of yourself? And if I remember correctly, they've got the Build-A-Pop there, don't they?
Yeah, they do have the Build-A-Pop. My daughters did it, and my wife did it. I was too nervous. I was just like, no, I didn't want to do it. And then afterwards, my lady was like, you should have done one and put it as your Kantokid name. And I was like, that's such a great idea. And it's too late. So
I want to do
that
that
then
so
Kantokid
bad.
Pop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about you, James? What have you got lately?
Well, actually, this is my second one, but I got a Diamond Bulbasaur. Diamond Bulbasaur. Derek, that Eevee guy sent it to me, so I was like,
That's
yeah.
sweet. That's sweet.
I did actually pick up the Diamond Ariel too. Um, I got it for my daughter, so she's really excited. She has a pretty good collection, at least 50 plus.
Wow.
wow.
It's mostly Disney
It's
though.
a nice little collection.
Yeah.
You know?
What about you, Jamie? What you got, man?
I got a couple of Funko Pops coming to me. I got the 10-inch Charizard. Um, my brother-in-law found me the 10-inch Bulbasaur. I've got that coming. And then I have the other four Ninja Turtles, from the newer set from the second movie from the 90s. I already have Michelangelo, and Super Shredder. So I just need Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael. And he found all those for me. So I have those coming.
Speaking of the Turtles, have you seen the art series? And if so, what do you think of them?
Yes, those are awesome, and I really want those. Yeah, they're super cool. They're the original Ninja Turtles. Listen, I love Ninja Turtles, okay? That's another set I collect, by the way. It's the Ninja
Yeah,
Turtles. Forgot about those ones. I love the Ninja Turtles.
I had the
I want
OG
those so
Dutchies.
bad. Yep, I love those ones. I want them so bad.
I do
I'm a
like the
big fan.
poses and everything, but I am not the biggest fan of just the little icons scattered all over the character, or the another series that just I'm not a big fan of is the Chrome series. I have not been a big
Yeah,
fan of them. I
nah, I don't really
yeah
like the Chrome ones either. There's certain ones that I'll get that I like, but I won't. I don't want to get those like the all gray whatever. I have the Pikachu. That's the only one I've gotten. Like, if you're talking about like the colored Chrome ones, I have like a Boba Fett one that's like emerald. So I don't
Now I
really
do
get those.
talking about the Boba Fett. I do have the Target exclusive Mandalorian that came out that was
Ooh,
all red, and
oh, that was good.
I believe coming up with the Target Con, I believe they are going to have the Boba Fett in all red.
Hmm.
So that's
Oh,
exciting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
I
get
missed the.
that lead from you guys.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That are you talking about the Target exclusive where like he's all red and he has like the Mandalorian symbol on his helmet?
No, no, no. It's going to be like the chrome red.
No, the one you were talking about before, the Target exclusive one that you
No,
had.
it was a Mandalorian that was just that chrome red.
Oh, okay,
It
I
didn't
gotcha.
have this. You're talking about the 10-inch one, and they had two different colors. They had the red one with the gray marking, and then they also had the gray one with the red marking. So,
Hmm. Yeah, I missed those ones. I searched like two or three Targets and they were gone like that day. I went the day it
Wow.
released and people just swarmed them.
oh yeah, they were very hard to keep on the shelf. I unfortunately I have to see a lot of that stuff come and go. That we have to have it on the shelf a certain amount of time before we're actually able to pick it up.
So, uh, Gerald, have you heard about the wax blockchain at all?
I haven't. What's that?
So just just kind of how I was telling Jamie a little bit before, the Wax blockchain is what Funko is using as their cryptocurrency to purchase their digital Funkos. So that's something that if you're looking into kind of getting your feet wet with the NFT field with something that you're already collecting,
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of what we're looking at. I have a buddy who personally picked up a few himself. Now, just kind of talking about it with you guys, I'm like, why haven't I done it? So I'm gonna be
Hmm.
next time you guys talk to me, I'm gonna be like, hey, look at this on my phone. It's a digital Funko that I can turn in for a
That's awesome.
physical later down
That
the
is
line.
cool.
It's cool. Cool.
I'm gonna
Have
definitely
you
do
have
some research because I want to do that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I definitely want one of those.
Something that I wanted to bring up is Kanto knows so much about old school retro games. Oh my God, you should see his collection. His dad knows everything there is to know about him. And then he was telling me a few months ago that he was looking for this long box edition for what was it, PlayStation 1. What was it, Twisted Metal?
Yeah, I started, it was during, part of me is like, I want to collect stuff that's very scarce. So, when I fall down the eBay rabbit hole and I notice that there's only a few listings of a certain item, the collector and just like, that's what really gets to me, I'm like, whoa, there's not a lot of these out and they're most likely not going to be reprinting them. So the long box PS1 games were the first boxes that they made before they started making them in those like cheapy, greatest hits cases
Mm-hmm.
that we all broke
Hmm.
and don't have anymore. So
Hmm.
that's something that I'm really interested in. I have a pretty small collection compared to my pops. he was more investing because of the money, right? For me, it's the nostalgia. Holding my, Game Boy Color and things of that manner just take me back to the 90s when I was, 10 years old. It was antenna TV. If the internet was around, it was AOL. So, yeah, right.
I had
As
so
of
many
right
discs.
now, yeah. As of right now, I'm actually looking at Apple iPhones, the first Apple that ever came out. I'm looking at like in box to see because I think that's going to be another wave where people are going to be like, "Hey, that's not coming out no more. These are going to go up in price." I was currently looking at them as 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 an investment piece. But the video games currently is just mainly Nintendo. I'm a big Nintendo fan. If it, I really want to go into like the sealed or graded games, but it is um, a hefty, big price kind of game to play in.
I hate to say it, but I actually think I do have that Twisted Metal in the rectangular case.
Hey man,
Did
you
we
still
just
have
make
it.
some kind of connection here?
We just make a business deal accidentally.
What? You
Accidental
heard it
know.
here
transactions.
first.
Hey, I
We
know
got the
all
exclusive
of.
scoop.
I got some Funkos in the back. Let me know. How about you, James? You collect any vintage video games or consoles?
So let's see. I was before I was starting a business. I was going to sell like vintage retro video games, mostly Nintendo. Um, and I had a pretty decent collection of like N64s and Game Boys, Game Boy Micros. I don't have them here with me; they're in storage. Um, but as a kid, I never got to have like a Game Boy. Like it was just something that was not in the budget, you know. Um, so like I didn't get to, get in on like early Pokemon games or anything like that. Um, so I so for me, for me, I've always wanted like a atomic grape N64, and one of my
Man,
friends, his name's Mr. Derpy. He's on TikTok and Instagram. Gifted one to me, and I'm forever grateful to him.
Wow.
Um,
that's cool.
yeah, and I was just like, I can't believe it. Like, just like what? So I have that. Gerald also gave me a few Pokemon games because I have a purple Game Boy Color, and then I did the mod backlight display to it so we could see in the dark and everything. And then Gerald sent me over some games. I think it was Pokemon Silver and Pokemon Yellow,
Blue.
Blue. So yeah, and then I have like a few non-working stuff up there. But yeah,
You
so
need to get the full experience. You gotta get that backlight out of there. You need that thing, that bulky like magnifying glass. You
The
need the light
light
that goes
that
over
clipped
top of
over.
it. You need the battery pack. I mean, the Game Boy went from this
lasts
to
for like
like
3 minutes.
this.
Yeah.
You're like a
There were so
10-year-old
many
trying to hold this
attachments.
thing.
Oh, and don't forget the camera with the
Oh yeah,
printer.
The
the eye,
printer,
yeah. The printer, you need to get that,
those
man.
Mm,
You need
commercials
the
are
whole
so
setup, bro.
good.
You need the whole thing, okay?
Guys, how good were those commercials? Like the Smash Brothers commercials and like,
Mm-mm.
oh my God,
Ugh,
late 90s, early
those,
2000s
ugh.
commercials.
Those old Nintendo commercials were the best. I love the original Pokemon commercial where they shoved them all in that bus and then they put them in a compactor. That was my favorite. I love that one.
and they would never show that again.
I know that's not a thing you'll ever see again because like people will be like, "Oh my God, animal cruelty!" Like, come on, like we're shoving them into little balls. What's a compactor? You know what I mean? Like whatever. But
Like, yeah, like
those
what we
commercials were the best.
experienced, what we experienced as kids, like the Pokemon nostalgia, the cards, Burger King, going to Burger King to go meet like at Tuesday nights, like to go trade and stuff, and like all this stuff. Like I don't think it could ever be replicated ever again.
Mm-mm.
No, that's a
Yeah.
definite, yeah.
Man, whenever I was a kid on the playground with my Pokemon cards, there were like Pokemon card dealers out there. There was a kid, I swear, he walked around with like a Ziploc bag full of his Pokemon cards. He didn't even carry them. He had a kid behind him carrying them. He'd be like, I want that card. Come over here. Bring my cards. I got it. What you want? What you want? I got that. I was like, what the hell? It was crazy.
Man, if you guys could collect one video game from your childhood, whether it be Nintendo, PlayStation, whatever system it was, what game would it be?
Well,
Go ahead.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Gerald. What were you gonna say?
Well,
It's
if
that
I
good,
still, oh, go ahead.
You're good. Go
Oh,
ahead.
if I could have one that's still sealed, because I still do have a copy of this game, but it was the Golden Link or the Golden Zelda Link to the Past. I've still got that game. It's the gold edition one. But if I could still have it sealed.
that would be your grail. What about you, Jamie?
He froze or he's still in shock. So
I know he looks like he's in shock.
Oh, there it is.
Like,
Okay.
And what about you, Jamie? What would your grail be?
I mean, I have to agree with Gerald. It was probably the Zelda because here it is, big Zelda guy. You can see all the tattoos.
Yo,
I love Zelda. So Majora's Mask would be, if I could get that sealed, I love that game. That'd be the game I'd keep if I could get that again. I actually have a copy. I got 2 copies of the 3DS version. I have one that's sealed, and I have another one that I played. So I still have that, and I got the figure, the Skull Kid figure with it. So, yeah.
what about you, James?
for me, I'm gonna say from N64, it'd probably be Yoshi's Story. I know it's not an amazing game, but
That was a
I
good
just
one.
had so many good memories, like playing that with like my sisters when we was kids, and just playing through all different color Yoshis. I don't know, it was fun. So
That one was good.
I have a copy of it now, but like I think that would just for me nostalgic and stuff like that. And you?
Me, same system, Nintendo 64, and it would be Super Smash Brothers. I have the open version. I have the version for GameCube. It was just yeah, so many great memories as a kid. In college, we played it for a little bit, Mario Kart as well. And yeah, I looked it up on eBay. The last time I checked it, brand new sealed was $5,000. So I was like, yeah, maybe one day, but not any day soon.
Kanto Kid, I just want to thank you so much for spending some time with us. It was really awesome to get to know a little bit more about you and just teaching us so much. Where can everybody find you at?
I'm on TikTok, Kantokid151. I'm not so active there. I'm more active on my IG channel, also Kantokid151. You could also hit me up on Twitter, Holistic Habib. My real name is Habib. I want to do a giveaway for your followers that are subbed here. They got to subscribe. They got to comment medium in the comments,
Okay.
medium.
Medium.
And you guys are entered too. And then the winner is going to get a vintage pack right here. Fossil.
Sir, no, you're crazy.
Brand new. I even put it in a team bag.
Bro,
All
no,
right,
don't
guys.
do that.
Why? What do you mean?
Why not? What are you doing?
That's so crazy.
You're
Gotta be a
crazy.
little
Look what you
crazy
give away all
sometimes.
the time. You're the crazy one.
Oh my God.
Your guys' community is so great, bro. The reason why I came back to the Pokemon community and stuck around is because you. Anybody who you approve of is like, you guys are my best friends too. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta help out and help grow this channel. I remember you doing so much for me when I was, slowly growing on TikTok. I'm not so active there. More active on IG. Hit me up on IG. Same username. But if you want to be entered in this giveaway, comment medium. You must be subscribed, and we will do a little spin the wheel for everybody who comments medium. Okay.
Okay.
I think these are going for around $200. So this is a pretty cool giveaway. I just wanted to give to one of the best communities that have brought me so much love and light. So
The giveaway starts today. You want everyone to comment medium. They're going to be entered in a wheel, and then the winner's going to be selected on the 28th.
on the 28th, yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Awesome.
And make sure you're
Awesome.
following, make sure that you're subscribed, and please go check out our good friend Kanto Kid. Thank you so much. It's been awesome. And just thank you.
Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure.